Okay, I have a few just opening comments, maybe on practice or so, and then we'll take the questions, and just a reminder, no live stream.
Well, I thought the guys came out and had a good practice today, good attitude, and a lot of them were ready to get out there and get that bad taste out of their mouth. And thought we practiced hard. Went for a little longer than normal because we had Sunday and Monday off from practice. Monday we did some conditioning and some walkthrough stuff. And then today we got after it pretty good, and tomorrow we'll do the same. And then Thursday we'll practice as well. But I thought the guys were really excited to be back out there, and got a lot of passing situations today and a lot of work done. Get ready for the future opponents.
Well, after going back and looking at the film, what did you think of Jake from the performance the other day?
The same as kind of thought coming out of the game. There were some things he could have done better, most certainly. Some protection breakdowns. A couple times we've had guys wide open that he couldn't get the ball out because we ended up getting sacked. We had poor protection on two of them. A couple of them he missed. He missed Nico early, he'll tell you that. And he's got to do a good job for us. He's got to play better. And he did some things right, too. He did some good and bad.
And just because I've been asked this question 100 times, I'll ask you too, how much did y'all consider giving Justin Fields more of an extended opportunity in that ball game in the second half?
Yeah, we consider that a lot. We talk about it a lot. The point there after Jake went down and scored the one touchdown, we considered it once they went back and scored on us. But to be honest with you, the game was kind of out of hand at that point. I think they were up maybe 21 or 28, something like that. So Justin continues to work. He's doing a good job. He took good reps today. He's getting better. And I think both those kids understand they've got to play better for us to be able to play better offensively.
LSU coach Orgeron talked about the adjustment they made. That series you ran 9 plays, 60 yards, went down the field before the fake. When you came back out there, Jake said there was a different look, and Orgeron said something about the fronts Aranda was using. What did they do to change up that defense that you had success running into early?
They didn't change a whole lot. They went to a 4-down front a couple times instead of a 3-down, but they mixed that back and forth the whole game. They did a better job on the perimeter of run supporting, and we had a lead. They played well offensively, and we didn't play well defensively to slow them down.
You've talked about the bye week, and you've called it work week before, being almost like a spring practice, fall camp type situation where you get back to the fundamentals and you get a chance to do some of that stuff. How much of that is also an opportunity for guys to, kind of make their move, to get an increased opportunity, maybe run some more with some units they haven't run with yet?
Yeah, I thought in the game the other day, Malik Herring, Robert Beal, and Jordan Davis, all three played more snaps than they've been playing, but Jordan and Beal especially played a lot more than they had been playing, and those guys have been on scout team a ton. So we use them as examples to say, this is your opportunity to leapfrog a guy. This is your opportunity. We're getting 3 groups of reps. We're getting a lot of reps out there this week to where we can say, okay, how far has Chris Smith come? How far has D'Angelo Gibbs come? How far has Justin Schaefer come? And we're getting a lot of guys reps to get better. That's how you improve your team. That's how you improve your program from the bottom up. You get tons of reps and you just get to work. We did that today.
Following up on where Robert Beal and the outside linebacker rotation you'll have with Brenton Cox. I know Cox played more early in the year. You always change that around, obviously. But how have you seen Robert progress as you said from being on the scout team to being that guy that's in that rotation getting those?
Well, he's still on the scout team. He still gets reps. We really believe in those reps. So what I'm finding is the guys that were down there sometimes play better than the guys that go against the scout team. And Jordan was a great example of that. He played really physical in the game. He held the point. As we played him more, we did a little better against the run with him playing in there. But Robert has had an opportunity to continue to grow on the scout team. He, Robert works really hard. I think the biggest thing is Robert's getting a little bit of confidence in the calls. Because for the first time in the game the other day, he had 2 pass rush situations where he beat his guy pretty quick, and I feel like he knows what to do a lot faster now, and it shows up on the field. That helps him.
You mentioned stopping the run on defense late in the second half of the game. How much of it was just missing assignments and alignments, and how much of it was, you actually felt some of those injuries, some of those guys being out on the defensive line?
Oh, it's never injuries. I mean, it's next man up, so you don't ever make an excuse for injuries at all. I mean, it's poor tackling, poor gap fits, maybe conditioning played a little bit into it, but at the end of the day, we got to try to put the players in a better position, and we got to tackle good. We got to be physical in this league. Those backs are what we're going to face every week. 215, 220 pounds downhill. You got to hit, wrap up, and we got to get more people to the ball so that it's not a one-on-one tackle. You don't win a lot of one-on-one tackles in this league. you win a lot of 2-on-1 tackles. We got to have more 2-on-1 tackles.
Concerning the issue of tackling, didn't hear you really bemoan that point early in the season, but it seems like the last maybe 3 or 4 games it's come up more. Is that kind of indicative of how it's been? Has it been an issue more of late than it was early?
Probably the quality of back you play, it pops up more, and the exposure to those tackles. You know, sometimes they don't get through there, and so it doesn't expose your corners or secondary when it doesn't get past your linebackers. But the more it gets back there, the more you get exposed. We had a couple, especially in short yardage situations, where we took chances to try to stop them. Ball spit, and it was a one-on-one tackle with Richard or a one-on-one tackle with JR. And we didn't win the one-on-one battle. And when you do that, they're going to convert, and the conversions turn to 17, 18 yards.
How much
where
of
is
all this early in the week do you get to work on Florida? Do you even bring that out yet, or is it?
We do as coaches. We've been working on them since really Sunday, but we don't with the players until Thursday. We don't get into that. We work on other opponents that we have in the future, but during the morning and nighttime, when we're not preparing for practice, we're doing Florida game planning and stuff like that.
Where is Justin in his development, and do you expect to play him more?
Justin's growing. Justin's getting better each and every day. I think his maturity is getting better in the meeting room. He's picking things up. He's developing. He's certainly eager to get that opportunity, and he continues to progress and do things in practice, and those opportunities may present themselves. We're never closing that door completely at all, because we got to play the guy that gives us the best chance to win.
You talked before the season about adversity, a lot of young guys that hadn't been through it. Is there any way to replicate what your guys went through? I know LSU had a deal at Florida, and they came back and responded. You talked about responding. I mean, what comes out of a defeat in terms of dealing with it?
Well, a lot of times it exposes some of your weaknesses. I think wins can do that. I personally think that the games we've won that so many people have, talked about, I've seen some of the same mistakes, and we've highlighted them to our team. And sometimes it takes that loss to make them really understand. And I certainly think our guys recognize that we have to get better, and we're going to. The only way to get better, guys, is to work. And that's what we're doing now. It's time to grow, and there's no magic pill. You don't take a magic pill and say, we're just going to get better. No, we got to go to work. And we got to go to work as coaches, and go to work as players, and we'll continue to do that.
I know there's the injury. I'm sorry, Seth. The injury situation. Walker came out of the game, and where some of the guys.
Walker was cramping, but he ended up fine. Came back in. Which other injuries?
Well, there were 3 guys. You had 3 D linemen that missed. Do you expect any of them back for Florida? Wyatt, Marshall.
Yeah, Wyatt should be back. He was able to go today. He was close last week for him to go. Wyatt practiced today. He should be fine. David Marshall's doubtful. Who's the other one?
Hawkins
Still out. Yeah, Big one's still out.
I know this is a lot of questions about quarterback, but is too much being made about how Jake
I
played?
don't know what's being made, Seth. That's the thing. Maybe you guys are making it a big deal. It's not to me, because I don't listen to that, because that doesn't, the world we live in, we have to look at the field, we have to look at the practice, we got to look at what's best for our team, and whoever gives our team the best chance to win is what we'll decide to do. I'm not going to be influenced by outside forces on who to play or what to do. Nobody knows what happens on a play when a kid throws the ball because a corner cats and he throws the ball away and it looks like he missed a guy. That might have been the best play he made all day, because we might not have had the corner picked up, and it was going to be a sack if he didn't do that. So you can't go just off statistics. Now, could he have played better? Sure, he could have played better. A lot of people could have played better. A lot of people could have coached better. But that's over with. We moved on to Florida, and that's what we're focused on.
Where's Devad at this week? You said you wanted to get him some more work.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to live tackle and all that stuff?
We don't know yet. He's not cleared to do that yet. We thought he would be, which we're not live tackling today, but we're hoping that he's cleared for Florida, but he's not as of yet. So we hope to. He's getting more work, obviously. He's got more work today, but he's not cleared completely yet.
Cleveland,
Ben's progressing well. I mean, he's running underwater, where it's not his full weight bearing, but he's running. He's off of the crutches, out of the boot. So that was a positive coming back from the game that we found. It's not like he's going to be back like right now, but we think he's going to be able to help us.
In terms of the running back rotation, I know last week you had said that you were pleased with how that was going. I want to ask about Elijah Holyfield, the job that he's done up to this point. Had 7 carries on Saturday. What type of things can he do to continue to get more of a workload? Is it a conditioning type thing, or what
No,
kind of
he's in,
thing?
he's in really good condition. I think giving him opportunities and touches to the ball are really important, especially when we're able to get positive yardage and he's being productive. I think that's really important to our offense. It's really what our strength is. When you see Solly and Andrew come off on a double team and move people, and you see Cade and Lamont come off and double team people, it's really one of his strengths. He and DeAndre do a good job of that. So we certainly got to give those guys more touches.
Speaking of DeAndre, we didn't see him out there while we were at
Yeah, he was inside when y'all were there. He's got a little bit of an ankle contusion / sprain, but I think he'll be fine. He was getting treatment during that time, so hopefully have him back by the end of the week or this week.
Coach, I'm new. I've never covered a Florida Georgia game. Can you give me any background of what goes into a game? I mean, obviously there's implications with the
Yeah.
East, but what else goes into this environment?
It's a very passionate rivalry. I mean, you look over the history of the SEC, especially the two divisions of the SEC East. It's a great rivalry. It's a neutral site game. It's a unique game because it's 50-50. You know, all these other rivalries are one way or the other every year. Every other year, it's not really that way. For this one, I mean, it's 50-50, and I like it. I mean, it's a great, unique setting. It's a great stadium. The Jaguars have upgraded that stadium, so it's very passionate, and you know, it's going to be an important game. But for us right now, we're worried about us. You know, we're trying to get better at us, and that's the most important thing.
Kirby, with Tyson Campbell, Jake Camarda, their games Saturday, how much competition do they have at those spots?
Hopefully a lot. I mean, we're pushing guys to go out there and play and do some good things. You know, Jake, we worked some other guys that are kicking today. He's got to execute better. Talented kid, just didn't have his best day. It's kind of the same way with Tyson. We know that he's a really good, talented player, and he's played better in some other games. And he went against some good players Saturday, and they went after him. He didn't make as many plays as he'd like to, and it probably took some of his confidence away. But he's got to grow up fast, and we got to help him. We got to help him some.
2 more questions?
Kirby, I know I don't know if you have the day off on Saturday, but I know you don't have a game. Do you have any non-football plans for this Saturday?
You know, I haven't talked to my wife to see what I got permission to do, so I don't, whatever she says, I'll do. I wish that I could go watch my kids play or do something, but their games are on Friday and Sunday, so we'll be working those Saturday. I will be watching some games and probably watching some tape as well.
Is there any benefit to, you guys played Mississippi State last year, Dan Malone was there, obviously different team, different personnel, but is there any benefit at all having that prior, experience against his type of offense?
I don't know that a benefit. I mean, maybe his benefit is he can see how we played it. I mean, it's all relative. It's how you look at it. He played us. He'll probably watch the tape and see how we played them, but they're very different. You know, they have a really good skill set at wide receiver, really talented when you talk about the transfers in. And then a quarterback that's gotten better since last year who we played against. But his quarterback now is very different than the quarterback he had at Mississippi State. But I'm sure both of us will look at it, but it's going to be more important to look at the personnel that they're playing with there and the personnel we're playing with. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.